When you're part of a small construction crew, it's easy to think you're too busy to talk about safety. You've got deadlines, materials to manage, and maybe a crew of 4 or 5 trying to do the work of 10. But here's the thing. When time is tight, safety matters more than ever. And one of the simplest, most effective tools to keep people safe is something that costs nothing but a few minutes. Daily toolbox talks and peer safety observations. Welcome back to the channel. This is where we talk real-world safety for real-world teams. In today's video, we're zeroing in on how short, focused conversations and casual observations on site can prevent serious incidents before they even start. And we're going beyond theory. This is about how to make it work, even when you're stretched thin. Let's start with toolbox talks. These are quick safety meetings, usually held at the start of the day, where you talk about the tasks ahead and the risks that come with them. We're not talking about a 30-minute lecture. 5 to 10 minutes is all it takes. The key is relevance. If you're using a scissor lift today, talk about fall protection. If you're working near traffic, review your site controls. Keep it practical. Keep it real. And most importantly, make it a conversation, not a speech. Ask the crew what they think the biggest hazard is today. Involve everyone. One small crew in Quebec made toolbox talks part of their morning routine, no matter how rushed the day was. And it paid off. During a winter roofing job, a new hire mentioned that a harness lanyard had frayed during a toolbox talk. That heads up led to it being pulled from service before it failed. No near miss, no incident, just awareness in action. That same crew took it one step further. Every Friday, they'd use their toolbox talk to review all the hazards they'd identified throughout the week. It became a chance to reflect, share lessons learned, and recognize team members who had spoken up or stepped in to prevent a risk. It wasn't long before that Friday wrap-up became something the crew actually looked forward to. Safety went from being a checkbox to something personal. Now let's talk safety observations. These are the unscheduled moments that happen throughout the day when someone notices a risk, or a good safety behavior, and responds in the moment. Observations are the glue between toolbox talks and real-world action. They turn theory into habit. It might be a worker stopping a teammate from lifting alone or someone adjusting a makeshift ladder setup because they noticed the base wasn't stable. These aren't big interventions, but they matter. They prevent the little slips, trips, strains, and falls that add up over time, and in many cases they prevent much worse. There's a common misconception that pointing out safety issues makes you a snitch or a know-it-all, but in high-trust crews, it's the opposite. Speaking up is a sign of respect. It means you care enough about your coworker to make sure they go home in one piece. It also means you're part of something bigger than your individual task. You're building a team that values safety as much as productivity. Studies have shown that teams who actively engage in peer observations and informal corrections see improved morale, better communication, and, most importantly, fewer injuries. Because when safety becomes a shared responsibility, no one is left to carry the burden alone. But here's the trick. It only works if leadership models the behavior. If the foreman ignores unsafe practices, the rest of the crew will too. If the business owner takes time to talk about safety every day, the crew will follow. Culture starts at the top, and consistency is key. So here's your challenge. Tomorrow morning, hold a toolbox talk. Keep it short, keep it relevant, ask your crew what they see as today's biggest risk. Then throughout the day, make at least one safety observation. It could be a correction, or it could be a compliment. Notice someone using proper PPE? Say so. See someone double-checking a harness clip? Let them know it was the right move. Over time, these little actions build a strong safety culture, one where everyone feels empowered, respected, and protected. Drop a comment below and let us know how your crew handles safety conversations. What's worked for you? What challenges have you faced? Let's share some ideas that others can put to use. And if this video gave you something to think about, hit that like button, subscribe, and pass it along to someone on your team. Until next time, keep the talk going, make the observation, and stay safe out there.